welcome back to the Confidence Igniter podcast. And I am your host, and my name is Tamiko Green. Well, I am so excited about today's show. And yes, today I am standing up. Yes, sometimes you just got to get up off of it and stand up. But I have a great show in store for you today, and I hope you feel the same way. Our show today is titled Another PPP. Can you believe that? Another PPP. But this time, once again, I'm not talking about that paycheck thing. But today's PPP is push past possible. I'm going to say that again. Push past possible. See, in life, it's easy to do what's possible, right? Because that becomes routine. It's something you do every day. So you know it by heart. It's kind of like tying your shoes. You tie your shoes every day. So it's not hard to tie your shoes. You just bend over and tie them. Or, now you don't even have to worry about tying your shoes. You just get these things called slip ons, right? It's easy to get up in the morning and brush your teeth. Why? You do it every day. That's what's possible, right? But the things that most people will look at and say, it's impossible, right? You might even look at it and say it's impossible. Let me give you an example. Say you want to start a business. You know what you want to do, but then you tell yourself it'll never work because I don't have the finances. Where will I find the resources? Who's going to help me? Man, it's just so overwhelming. And then I work a 9 to 5. By the time I get home, I'm tired. I'm this, I'm that. And then the excuses go on and on and on and on and on, right? Because they are excuses. They are. Because anything that we truly want to do, we will push past any barriers to make it possible. So I say to you today is that don't just get to the linus of possibilities and say, oh, this is possible for me because I'm used to doing it. And then when something that you really want to do, you're not willing to stretch to get it done. Because life is, like I always say, it's a forward moving motion. I'm going to say that again. Life is a forward moving motion. So you got to keep going because anything that you truly desire, it is possible. Okay. But you are going to have to put some work into it. You're going to have to be willing to step out of your comfort zone. And then you're also going to have to be willing to figure out who's on your team. Because when you have this goal or this desire to do something, everybody can't go with you. Look, let me tell you something. Think about a football game. Everybody can't be on the team. There's just some people they have to cut because they're not what they need to get to where they're going. And then you got to look at it this way also. You need a cheerleader, right? Because if cheerleaders wasn't important, why do they show up at the game? Why do they pay them to show up? Because they're important. So when you desire to push past what's possible for you, think about it. You got to have somebody that's on the team that's good, someone that's going to cheer you on. Now, they may not be a partner, they may not be your business partner, okay? But there's someone that believes in you, and everybody won't believe in you. You're going to have people that will sit there and tell you you can't do it. That's why you should not share your dreams with everybody. You can't share what you want to do in life or what you're doing in life, not what you want to do, because want to do says, I haven't started, right? It's a want to do. What you're doing, right? So if you're doing something in life, you can't share it with everyone because everybody don't have your back. Everybody do not have your back. You have to have your own back, but then know that there's somebody else that got your back too, because we all need somebody. Okay, that's why it's so important to network. And it doesn't mean that the people that you're networking with, you're going to take home with you, okay? Because I know some people say, I don't like to network because I don't trust people. It's not that you don't network because you don't trust people. You don't trust yourself because you are a person. So if you don't trust people, that would mean you don't trust yourself, okay? So you got to first trust who you are. You got to trust the fact that you will make a great decision when it comes down to interacting with people and networking with them. That's a part of pushing past what's possible because it's possible that you can meet people that will take you to the next level. Because I really believe that most of us desire to go to a higher level in life. I don't think there's too many people that really, really are happy just having nothing. Okay, now, granted, you do have those that want to depend on others, but you know what? This is not the season to be depending on certain entities in order to get to where you're going. You're going to have to depend on yourself. You're going to have to stand up like I'm doing today, okay, doing this podcast. You're going to have to stand up, get up, and do something. Push past possible, because if all you dealing with right now is what's possible, and what's possible is not floating your boat, is not getting you to where you want to go, let me tell you something. Don't look back and see who's going to push you further. You better be willing to encourage yourself and push yourself further, and know that there will be a cheerleader that will be on your side at some point. If they ain't on your side right now, they will show up. How do I know? Because guess what? When I started out, I didn't really have nobody pushing me forward other than myself, because the good book says sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Now, don't make me preach this morning. But at any rate, sometimes you have to encourage yourself. You have to tell yourself, I can do this. I am great. I got what it needs. I came to earth to do something great, and doggone it, I'm gonna do it. That's right. I said gonna. You probably ain't heard that in a long time, but you got to do what's in you. And that's the other thing. What's in you? See, whatever in you shows up on the outside of you. Now, let me tell you something. You can show up like a shiny object. Okay, you can show up like a Lamborghini, but if a Lamborghini ain't sitting inside of you, guess what? You might be fooling the public, but you surely is not fooling yourself. So you got to get right on the inside before you can have it going on the outside. Like Smokey Robinson said, if there's a smile on my face, it's there to fool the public. So you can fool the public, but in order to push past possible, you can't fool yourself. You cannot fool yourself. You know where you are. And so sometimes you got to go and do that inner work. You got to straighten out what's on the inside of you. You got to stop telling yourself what's impossible. You got to keep telling yourself, you know what? I can push past this. I'll use adversity as fuel to get to where you want to go. Let me tell you something. You are the author of your story, whether you write a book or not. Now, you might didn't get that, so I'm going to say that again. You are the author of your story, okay? You hold that. Nobody writes your story but you. Now, you can say all day long, nope, that ain't true. It's these people that do this and do that. No, that's because you're looking for an excuse, okay? And excuses are for Band-Aids, okay? Yes, yeah, it's an excuse. Just put a little Band-Aid on that excuse and keep on rolling, because it's nobody's responsibility to get you to where you want to go in life. But you first have to set the stage. Now, I'm not saying people will not help you, but when you set the stage and say, okay, this is what I want that I'm going to do, not want to, because a lot of times we get caught in the circle of want to. I wanna. Yeah, I wanna too. I wanna win, right? So you gotta wanna win at this thing, win in the game of life. She talking about, what do you mean win it? Yeah, you wanna win. You do. Because there's no need of sitting on the sideline playing it small. For what? For what? Look around you. Okay, let me tell you, let me put a year on this podcast. This is 2025. You better wake up, okay, and get to push it. You better push past what you thought was okay years prior. You better push past all of that. Open your eyes, look around. It is your time. It is your season. It is your moment. It is your time to take the stage in your life and make a decision of what you desire, on what you're going to do, or what you're doing. Because here's the thing. The first start is you got to write it down. Don't keep it in your head, because how is anybody going to be able to see what's in your head when it's time for you to show it, your goals or your dreams or your plan, to someone that you trust that will run that race with you? Because I'm going to tell you, sometimes you will start out running by yourself. Is it lonely? Yeah, but that's all right. It's worth it because you're not alone because you're running with your goal. You running with your dreams. You pushing past all kinds of barriers. And you know what? That in itself makes you a champion. Cause how do people win? They push past stuff, right? Think about it. On a football field, when the football players are playing, what are they doing? They pushing past everything to get to that end zone. What are you willing to push past to get to your end zone? Or do you just want to just live your life and say, you know what? I wish I coulda, or I wish I coulda, shoulda, or if I coulda, woulda, shoulda. That's what it says. If I coulda, woulda, shoulda. You don't want to live your life like that. You don't want to look out into the world and see all of the things you wish you could do if you have breath in your body, if you have the things that you need. When I say, what are the things do I need? I don't have the things I need. Yes, you do. You got a mind, and your mind alone is powerful. Let me tell you something. When you tell yourself that you can do something and that you will do it with conviction and power, you can push past possible. It's just when we tell ourselves or listen to the lies that people tell us, and then we take those, internalize them, and tell ourselves the same thing. That's when it becomes impossible. But when we tell ourselves, look, I can do this, I got this, when you tell yourself that and you stick with it, you discipline yourself no matter what. Remember, some time back, I did an episode where I said, look, I had to make a big sacrifice. Like my family was going out, I couldn't go. And it was okay. It's okay because guess what? This means a lot to me. Not just the podcast. Now, let me tell you, I do more than the podcast, okay? I'm a transformational speaker and a coach. That means I have to keep working on myself. I'm a story coach at that. So guess what? When I'm helping my clients to change their story in order so they can have a better life for themselves and their family, and maybe I tell them in a minute, if you didn't come from a wealthy family, but you can make your family wealthy. I'm going to say that again. You might then come from a wealthy family, but you have the power with your gifts, your talents to push past what's possible, and you can make your family wealthy. Now, don't get me wrong. Somebody might say, you know what, wealth is not just money. No, it's not. But if you already got all the other things and the thing that you're lacking is financial wealth, you have the ability to do that. But you must be willing to push past those things that keep holding you grounded. It's those things because you are unstoppable, whether you know it or not. I'm telling you, if you didn't know, I'm telling you today, you are unstoppable. How do I know? Because I'm unstoppable. And you might say, well, look, I'm not you. No, you're not me. But let me tell you something. We were cut from the same cloth. We was made from the same manufacturer. Okay. Yes. God. The same thing he used to make you, he used to make me. We have the same everything. And it doesn't matter if you're not my same color. It doesn't matter. Blood is blood no matter what. It's like water. Water is water. You can freeze it. Guess what? When it evaporates, it still when it melts, shall I say, it still turns back to water. So the bottom line is it's not about, oh, well, you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth. It doesn't matter. You still got a brain. Okay? You still got a brain. Unlike the scarecrow in the Wizard of Oz and in the Wiz, who said he didn't have a brain. Oh, yeah, you got a brain. And it's powerful. And when you use it purposefully use it to push past all of the barriers in life. You don't have to be where you are in life. If you don't like where you are, you don't have to be there. Okay? If you desire more in life, trust me, you can get there. And if you need some coaching, let me tell you something. I am a coach. You can go right to www.tamikogreen.com and you can send me a message right there. I'll be more than happy to coach you. I'll be more than happy to do 30 minutes free with you of coaching if you want to go to the next level in life. Because let me tell you, I always say this, and it's true. No one is going to come and save you when you're sitting on the side of the road, okay? And I don't mean sitting on the side of the road because your car broke down, but your mind broke down. I'm going to say that again. Not because your car broke down, but because your mind broke down, because you decided that you can't do something that you can do. If you can get up, you can walk, you could talk, you can breathe, you in your right mind, you can. You can push past possible. You can live your greatest life. Stop looking out into the atmosphere or getting caught up in what's going on in the world, whether it's in politics or some other part of the world. I'm not saying don't educate yourself. I'm not saying don't be mindful. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying, sometimes we can get caught up in things and they can scare us. They can sit us down. Don't sit down. I purposely stood up this morning because even I've had times in my life where, I always told myself it's possible, but sometimes it seemed like it was the most biggest challenge. But I love to play a good game with myself. I refuse to lose. What do you refuse to do? Because you have the power to push past possible. You have the power to stand up to any situation. You have the power to live your greatest life. And it doesn't matter where you are financially. Don't forget, I said your mind is powerful. How do I know? Because if you've been telling your mind that it's impossible, I can't, I need assistance, government assistance, I need somebody to help me with this, I need somebody to help me with that. Look, I have nothing against government assistance. I don't want anybody to listen to this video and say, you know what, who does she think she is? No, it's not that. I'm telling you, look out into the atmosphere. You're gonna need to learn how to help yourself. Okay. No, I'm telling you what's gonna be beneficial as a suggestion to you. So I'm not knocking anything that you do. All I'm telling you, if that is you doing it, all I'm saying to you is that you could go higher in life. That's what I'm saying. That you can go higher in life if you're willing to push past possible. No, it's I have my moments of challenges. Yeah, but you know what? How bad do I want it? No, did I come from a wealthy family? No, not financially wealthy, but I had a lot of love. I had a lot of other stuff, but financially wealthy? No, I didn't. But you know what? I'm determined to make my family financially wealthy. Yes. You know why? Because I can't help anyone if I don't have, right? So it's not just about me. So don't think that I'm not humble, because truly I'm very humble. And my desire is to be able to help people. But you can't help people. You can't pour from an empty cup, right? So if somebody is thirsty and all you got is a empty cup, how can you help quench their thirst? You can't, because you have nothing in your cup. So all I'm saying is fill your cup if this is for you. Now, if you sitting at this table today, what do I mean? I'm talking about watching this podcast. If you sitting at this table and I'm feeding you some food, or I have put food on this table that you don't like, just don't eat it. That's all. Just the part of the food you like, eat that. Okay. And then just leave the rest for somebody else. Because let me tell you something. Somebody needs to hear this. Yeah, somebody needs to hear that you have the power to push past possible. You have the power to push past adversities, challenges, even the thoughts in your own head that tell you that you cannot do something. You have the power. Look, you're not going to go to Walmart and get you a new brain. That ain't even how it goes. The good book says, "Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." Yes, your mind. You have to transform it. Isn't that something? That you have to transform your own mind and not allowing others to do it. Because there's a saying, either you're going to use your mind or you're going to allow somebody else to use it. I prefer to use my own mind. Why? Because I get to pick and choose what I want to do. And when you use your own mind, you get to pick and choose. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, when you start out on your journey to doing whatever it is that you want to do, I don't know what you want to do, but I'm sure it's something. I'm not telling you that starting out the gate will be easy, but then I'm not going to also tell you that it'll be hard either. You know what? If it's something you truly desire to do, it'll be fun, because speaking is something I love. It's fun. It's fun. Yes, finding venues or going to different venues. Yeah, that's fun too. I love it all. Doing the podcast, let me tell you something. I love it too. And sometimes I have to get up early on a Monday morning, where I normally like to do it on a Sunday. But Sometimes it happens on a Monday when I record, like this Monday, right? Could have just did it live, right? Because it's Monday. But that's okay. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna keep showing up. And here's the amazing part. When I started out in December, let me tell you something. It was not like this, okay? But I was still having fun. I was still having fun because I desire to do this. I desire to not only make a difference in my life, but in the lives of others. I desire to make an impact. So I hope this video is, or this podcast is, making an impact in your life. And I hope you remember to push past possible. Push past what you believe is holding you back. And the first thing, and I'm sure will most likely start in your head, because what normally holds us back is what we tell ourselves. So, your takeaway for today would be, tell yourself something different. If you're telling yourself, can't, say, oh, yes, I can. Do it like the little kids. They say, yes, I can. You got to bob your head. Oh, yes, I can. Kids will tell you that in a minute. And so talk to yourself better. Tell yourself that I'm bold, I'm brilliant, I'm brave, I'm courageous. That's your takeaway. Your takeaway is to talk to yourself better. Tell yourself how much you love yourself. And when you love yourself, look, we got this mountain to climb and we sure gonna do it. We gonna get up this hill. Yes, we are. And if it's that book we gonna write, look, let me tell you something. AI will help you write a book, so don't give yourself no excuses, okay? I'm not telling you use AI. I don't. I love writing for myself, but it's okay. If you need to use it, you use the tools that you need to use, and you can edit along the web. Yes, right? If there's something else you want to do, hey, do it. If it's a business you want to start, do it. Whatever it is that you desire, just push past possible. And if you need a little coaching, look, connect with me. Go to my website, www.tamikogreen.com, and send me a message. I'll definitely hit you back. Yes, because we can do this thing, right? Remember, I told you need a cheerleader, honey. Let me tell you something. I used to be a cheerleader, okay? I know they say used to bees don't make no honey, but this one, sure enough, is still making some honey, okay? So I used to be a cheerleader. You need somebody to cheer you on? I can truly cheer you on, okay? I still got it in me. Yes, victory, victory. That's what we gonna be crying, right? Yes, yes, we gonna be jumping for joy. All right now. So, well, don't forget your homework assignment to talk better to yourself, right? So you're going to tell yourself, I'm confident, I'm bold, I am brave, I'm courageous. Look, I'm in love with myself, right? You just keep on pushing past possible. When adversity come your way, say, you know what? This is going to be the fuel to take me to the next level. When challenges come your way, look at those challenges and say, not today, not today. Sit, not today. Sit down. Sit down. Sit it in a corner. Put the challenges on in timeout. You know how we do some kids. We have to put them in timeout. Put your challenges in timeout. Not today. That's right. So you just keep on pushing past possible. This has been today's episode. PPP. That's right. Push past possible. I really hope that you have enjoyed this episode, and I truly hope to see you this Saturday, July 12th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Business Mastermind Seminar. Yes, we're going to have a good time. You need a location. That's right. 27 Canton Road in Marietta, Georgia. And also, let me tell you, we're going to do an exercise just because, you can't do nothing if you're not energized. You can't have low energy and think you can climb a mountain. So if you're going to show up, please bring your little cowboy boots to a seminar. Yes, we're going to do some boots on the ground. Yeah, that's your exercise, just in case between those 4 hours you get a little like, oh, I can't go no longer. Yeah, you will go even further. Why? Because it's an amazing, amazing seminar. And also, it's going to be some food there. Yes, a little something for breakfast, continental donuts, and then a little something for lunch because you will be there from 10 to 2. So you might be a little hungry if you don't eat before you get there, but I'm telling you, you will have a good time. Oh, how much is it? I didn't tell you. It's free. Now, come on now. You got to show up if it's free. It's free. We're gonna teach you how to handle the business, right? Some strategies to get you started. Yeah. And to show you that you are unstoppable. You got that from me. But also, before I actually go, don't forget Fortified City Christian Church, where the event is going to be held at as well. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, they're doing their exercise class. Yes, and it's Zoom, as well as you can go to the facility 24/77 Canton Road in Marietta, Georgia, and I got to get that Zoom link so I can have it for you. But it's Mondays and Fridays. It starts at 6 o'clock to 7 p.m. and then on Wednesdays at 5:30 to 6:30. And lastly, they also have a food drive, food distribution. So I say every third Wednesday of the month, every third Wednesday. So if you are in need of food, please join them every third Wednesday from 10 to 12. That address is 2477 Canton Road, Marietta, Georgia. And if you don't need food, maybe you know someone that's in the Marietta area, Marietta, Georgia area, that is in need of food. Please go down and get you a food box. So that's all of my announcements. I really hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have an amazing week till we meet back again, or I'll see you on Saturday. Enjoy your day. Take care.